episode of All Bass Creations, Effects, Tutorials, Demos, and Review. Today we have the Ampeg BA210v2, which is the new Ampeg's combo. It has two 10s and a tweeter. It also has a Scrambler circuit, which is their overdrive circuit. Very nice sounding overdrive, very warm. You also have a few other features like ultra high and ultra low. You have a 3-band EQ. You have a separate auxiliary level. You get two different types of auxiliary inputs. You get a 1/4 inch and an 1/8 inch. You get a line out XLR. You get a loop, effects loop, send and return, as well as you get a headphones out. You can mute the tweeter as well, and you can control the overdrive circuit with the foot switch. Optional foot switch which is not provided. It's can reach up to 450 watts with an external 8-ohm cabinet. By itself, it only does 283 watts, and 50 of those watts goes just to the tweeter. So it gets plenty of highs. It's a very warm, round sounding amp. It has their classic BA tone. So without any further ado, let's get into it. My bass flat with the amp set flat. For the purposes of the video, I'm going to show you two different ways you can EQ. Even if you leave this amp flat, you can get it to sound great. If your bass, if you have a great sounding bass, it'll definitely bring through that natural tone, as you can hear. Nice even tone all the way across, very organic sounding. If I boost my highs on here on my bass and boost my lows rather, cut my highs, leave the mids flat. Type sound, even with just cutting my highs all the way off, boosting my mids, getting more into the Jocko territory. And you get very nice tones out of that. And this is all with the amp flat. I'm just working with the EQ on my bass. So like I said, the amp sounds so awesome flat. You can literally do all your tone shaping from your bass. Do more of a smack and pop tone. So you can get a very nice you're gonna hear your bass. on my bass and the amp flat, you still get a very nice deep tone. So it naturally has a beautiful voice to the actual voicing of the speakers as well as the head. That you can't get away from that Ampeg analog circuitry and the vintage things they do. You can't get away from that tone. So now if I was to boost the highs here, boost the lows to 7, boost the highs to 7, cut the mids to 4, I get a really deep, nice bass tone. So you can get very so again, it's a just a very nice tone shaping capabilities, and all of this is just with a little bit of bass, a little bit of treble on there. The rest is done with my bass, and all I have is just a little bit of boost on the treble and highs. If I keep my bass flat, this is what it sounds like. And then I can also kick in the ultra lows, ultra highs, and keep my bass flat and everything. Shaping on my bass. And of course, if I want more bass and more highs, even though I don't need more bass or more highs in particular, I can. So as you can see, you can get a very nice tone out of it. It handles that low B very well. While still retaining the sweet highs on top. As you can hear, it still has that bite. And of course, you can always take that stuff off, the ultra highs. I personally prefer it to be just a little bit of bass, a little bit of highs, cut the mids to about 4, and the rest is done over my bass. That's just my preference. But you can also do things like cut the horn and boost the mids a little bit, and then you get a whole different tone palette, especially if you have more of a passive bass See if I can get closer to a passive bass sound. So as you can see, without the horn, you're still gonna get a lot of definition. You just don't get all the sparkling highs, but you get plenty of definition even without the horn. This with the horn, and I'll turn my treble back to flat. I had it rolled all the way off there, but I'm putting back to flat now. Without the horn. And if I want even, no trouble, the amp will get you all the way. Even if you want to get a much darker tone, you can if you have the right tone shaping capabilities on your bass. Get a really nice warm tone with it as well. Get a really nice depending on where you pick, you can get an even warmer sound. Really nice warm sound. As well as you bring those highs back up. Really nice. Like I said, you can crank up the highs. I'll bring my highs. So you get plenty of tone shaping capabilities. Let's get to the distortion circuit on there. That's with a little bit with the blend. I'm gonna crank the blend up. So. Blend all the way up. So you can get even dirtier with it. Get real dirty with it. All the way up. Bring the volume down on your bass a little bit. You want to keep more of that, your natural bass sound in there? Put on the ultra lows. Get a really awesome tone with that. And of course you can dial it anywhere in between those settings with the blend and the drive. So basically, overall, this is a very solid amp. It's not even heavy. It's about 60 pounds. It's kicks butt, and it feels a lot bigger of an amp than it actually is. And not only that, but you can flip it on the side, and you'll have it as a monitor wedge facing directly at you. And you can do things like you can stack it on another cabinet at 8 ohms, and it'll give you 450 watts. I like to stack it on another amp in the monitor mode, and that way I have sound going up and sound going out, just out. So it's kind of the best of both worlds there, you know, and you get that classic Ampeg tone as well. While you're doing all of this, you can take this in another cabinet. I have a 210 cabinet with a tweeter that I'll be using with this as an extension cabinet, and I got a 410 rig, and I only had to carry a combo and a cabinet, and I got a huge sound, you know. So, and anything bigger, I can just run a DI out, and yeah. So overall, that's what I have for the Ampeg BA210 version 2. It's one of my favorite amps. It's definitely road worthy. It'll stand up, and it's gonna take a beating. Trust me on that. It can handle. You can feel the quality in it. It's definitely not a cheaply made amp, you know. So, you know, definitely go out, check them out at your local music store. And this has been another episode of All Bass Creations, effects, tutorials, demos, and review. Don't forget to go check out my album at allbasscreations.bandcamp.com, and it's all original tracks. It's 8 of them, modern fusion, made with just my bass and effects pedals, and you know, just trying to make it out here, doing it with the music and the Ampeg. I know this amp is going to serve me well on the road, and we'll be coming to a city near you sometime towards the end of the year on tour for the All Bass Creations. So when you get a chance, check out the album, and I'll see you in the town near you.